Alright guys, they did say that Blake Lively has ties to Jeff Epstein, but they said the same thing with Oprah, right? I mean, you never know what's actually going on in Hollywood. And sometimes, yes, there's corruption, sometimes, yes, there's bad things, but they'll deal with it in court if there is, right? So it's just a tough situation for everybody involved, right? I mean, the journalists and people involved. But, I think one day Blake Lively will definitely. I mean, the thing is, some of these celebrities never learn, right? Because they just never have to deal with anything serious, right? But, I'm not about to tell Blake Lively what to do. I've always, when I first saw Blake Lively, I just thought she was a pretty girl. Seemed really nice, and she was always came across very friendly. I never really thought much of it. I never really watched her performing. I don't even know what she's in, so I don't really pay attention. But I know Ryan Reynolds is her husband, and Ryan Reynolds has started to grow a lot. He was starting to grow on me. I felt like I was always annoyed by him for some reason before, but then I'm like, well, he's adorable, and he does Dead. I mean, he's doing Deadpool. I mean, the thing is, they're very successful. I don't know. I mean, I'm not sure if their careers are going to take a tumble or if it's just hers or if anything's going to happen. I know Will Smith, the Will Smith slap. We all know the Will Smith slap had been so controversial with Chris Rock, and then now he's the most famously viewed person on social media on like TikTok or something. He's the most viewed on TikTok under like most viewed TikTokers, right? Or something like that, or celebrity TikTokers or something, or even TikTokers or whatever. He's number one out of all the celebrities, right? So it's like, well, people are like, well, he did this slap, it was horrible, it was controversial, but he's more famous than everyone now. So it's like, it's strange to me how that works, right? Like I think it's a strategy that people use where it's like they cause something really crazy to happen and it's like so horrible, and then like people just want to see them make up for it and want them to apologize, and then they might apologize a year or two later, or there's a whole lot of story about it, and then they end up making amends, and then by that time they're already like the world's famous person, right? Dolum. I don't know how that works out because no, and some people are like, I think with Will Smith's slap, I think it was more like to do with the fact that Chris Rock was saying something very negative about Chris or about Will Smith's wife, right? And so it can be not really a good thing to say that about someone with alopecia, right? But then he's a comedian, right? And all this, I don't know, the whole debate about that one. I think that got everybody talking. The thing is, when celebrities do these kind of controversial things, like Blake Lively's interview, all this stuff, it gets people talking, and we all just focus on that celebrity, right? Which is crazy because we should totally not focus on them and unsubscribe, unless it's not true, right? So we have to find out if it's true or not, right? But anyway, that's what I think. I don't know why people are just like go crazy over the story and then like follow the person like crazy. But I mean, there's nothing. Personally for me, I never really thought about Blake Lively. I never really focused on Blake Lively. I always thought she was so pretty and nice. Anyway, but then after hearing about this, I was like, and then maybe it'll make her more famous. I don't know. Anyway, thank you guys. Bye now.